Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ben, and for the last 10 years now almost, I have been in search of the perfect dual sport adventure motorcycle, something that can tackle everything from the hairiest off-road trails to an hour or more on the freeway. And I've got to say, the Honda XR650L that I've been building, as well as the DR650 here, have been doing a great job. On the DR, we've upgraded the lighting, we've added some wind protection, which also provided a nice place for this CarPlay unit. We've added some risers with some bars with a more aggressive sweep. We've done much the same on the Honda with upgraded lights, wind protection, a CarPlay unit, as well as some much more aggressive handlebars on some Tusk risers. Before I hit the single track on this bike, I added the Hemisphere off-road side case protection, as well as their very beefy skid plate, which comes equipped with this nice slippery piece of plastic on the backside. And even though there is no rear linkage protection due to the way that the Honda suspension is set up, most of the components are well out of reach of most obstacles that I came across. The DR650 did come with these side case protectors as well as this aluminum skid plate, but without any rear linkage protection on this bike, and because the rear linkage hangs down literally below the skid plate, I'm kind of wondering if I might have some issues with some of the obstacles. So that's why I asked Rocky Mountain to send me their universal linkage guard from Tusk. It comes with just about everything you need, including the 9/16 drill bit to install these cup washers. It's got 3 different lengths of fasteners that can be utilized depending on the thickness of your skid plate. The linkage guard itself is made out of 1/4-inch thick UHMW plastic, which is essentially the same material that they make cutting boards out of. It's extremely slippery and definitely strong enough to stand up to lots of abuse. And somewhat amazingly, this piece is just long enough that I can fix it behind the first bend on the skid plate. It'll be more than long enough to cover the linkage, but not so long that it hits the rear tire. So I'm going to pull the 4 fasteners that hold my skid plate onto the bike off. Notice that these back 2 definitely hang down a bit and can certainly get grabbed by an obstacle. The ones up front are a little bit more out of the way. We'll get all those removed. And that provides me with a much better view of the underside of the case, so I can find some recesses to carefully place my fasteners underneath. And these nuts are a little bit tall, so I definitely want to be careful about that. Looks like they should fit just about here and here because the case dips down just a bit. We'll get that marked. Bring that line all the way across the skid plate and leave myself a spot to drill. Clamp the plate down. Mark up where I'm going to need to remove for the drain plug hole, as well as one of the back fasteners. Then using an awl, I'm going to mark the center point for the holes that I'm going to drill for these cup washers. And using my own 1/4-inch drill bit, I'm going to drill all the way through both plates. Then I'm going to separate the 2 and clean up the backside of the holes with my unibit. Then I'll have to make these 1/4-inch holes a bit bigger to fit the cup washers. That's where the 9/16 drill bit will come in handy. So we'll get this clamped down and drilled through. Those pop in really nicely now and should provide a pretty low profile design. So I'm going to get this assembled at least at the front here. It looks like those holes should work out just fine. We'll get the fasteners put in, and I'm going to go with, of course, the shortest fastener that I can, and they just barely stick into the nylon part of the nylock nuts. Then I'm going to stick it back on the bike just to make sure everything lined up as intended, and decide on a location for my 3rd fastener. Right about here seemed good. We'll get that drilled all the way through with the 1/4-inch drill bit, clean up the backside, and add a little bit of a spacer in there so I can drill all the way through with the 9/16 bit, so I can put in the little cup washer here as well. We'll get that fastened down. Then I'm going to dry fit the plate again just to make sure it all worked out as intended, and it did. Now I've just got to make a slot for this fastener to fit through towards the back of the plate, so I'm going to open that up with my unibit. Then, since I've had the fasteners on and off a few times, I'm going to put some blue thread locker on them and fasten this all together for one final time. And I decided not to cut out the section for the drain plug. I'll see how annoying it is when it's time to change oil, but everything else really seems like it should work out pretty well. Nothing sticks up too far, certainly not anywhere near as far as it did with these fasteners here. The plate is actually just about tall enough that we should be able to glide over without interfering with the heads of the fasteners. We'll get some blue Loctite on the original fasteners and get those all in place, secure the plate down, and head out for a test ride. So we've got the Super Sherpa and Jerry here who trailered out today. But I decided it was a beautiful enough day and the wife needed the car anyways, so it's definitely a good day to be on the DR. Actually took the highway here and really enjoyed running at 70, watching my new Tusk tack on there. Is right around 5,000 RPM. It's kind of nice to know that, I suppose.
Where's the red line at?
I'm not really sure.
We should find out.
I should. You ready to hit some single track?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Why did you get sweaty?
The leaves aren't quite in full bloom, but getting pretty close. I bet they are up north, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll have to get up there again. Actually, we got to get to the Knobby Ridge single track.
Oh, yeah. I was sure you were talking about DR650, but the name didn't sound right.
Oh yeah, no, not DR650.
Yeah, there's a lot of sand there.
There is. Ooh, there's some sand here too.
Well, not miles of it.
Yeah. Being a foot deep is just kind of makes it a little bit not so fun.
Yeah, this thing is, with the skinny tires, is terrible in there. What are you up to?
Some single track.
Oh, I thought you were going straight to the hill.
No, that'll be last. I haven't quite decided if I'm gonna hit that yet. We'll see how the rest of this goes. Ooh, the suspension on this definitely will slow me down, I think, a little bit, or throw me off. Where the XR really did well, but we'll see how it goes. That's what these tests are for. And even though this is a little bit heavier than the XR, and by a little, I suppose I mean 20 pounds, it definitely feels lighter just because it's got its weight a little bit lower. Woo! So it just makes it feel physically lighter, at least when you're hanging on to the bars. There's some sand.
Yeah, they really got need some dirt in here. Mm-hmm. You're riding in some huge ruts.
Yeah, I can tell I'm a little overdressed already. Yeah, I don't know, this does feel definitely not as good as the XR, and I think that really, yeah, I think that is just the kind of sloshy suspension. It just it threw me off right away at first, and then I felt like I never had a problem with it, all summer. But I guess this is precision riding, or it needs to be precision riding, where everywhere else we've been isn't really. You don't have to. You've got less than a foot width-wise that you can put your tire, so it does make it a little bit more difficult. And I think this thing, even though I've got a 14 tooth now on both the XR and this still feels a little bit, I don't know, geared a little bit too high for this yet. And I've actually heard people say that they'll do the 14 tooth and still go up a few teeth in the back too.
Oh.
I don't know. It works. It's not as easy as I thought it would be, especially compared to the XR. Would you want to hop off and go stand by that rock and get a shot of me going over it?
You want me to go over it first? Or you want me to walk over there?
You can, whatever you want to do. You can go first if you want. Yeah, I don't know. Stiffer suspension I think would make me feel better, but it works. This also has a bit more rake, I believe, than the XR, and I don't think it's a whole lot. But I've kind of noticed when I'm rolling around slow and trying to really make tight corners that I almost feel the front tire push a little bit in kind of a way that I guess I wouldn't expect it to. And I don't know if the XR is the same and I just haven't noticed it, or if that's something to do with the suspension or what, but I was just doing figure eights in the driveway to try to recalibrate my compass on here and notice that. Yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't feel quite as precision. And if you guys watched the last adventure video that I did on this, I was raving a bit about how much better this was as an adventure bike, meaning something that you ride around on the freeway or the county back roads for an hour or so, and then ride on, well, more open trails than this. ATV trails in that case. Whoa, watch out for the stick. And I was saying that I really did like this better for that. It's just more comfy out on the road and for long adventures than the XR is, and just slightly. I mean, my job's to compare them. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm complaining about the bike that you own and love, but I'm trying to see what. Oh, there's the skid plate. There we go.
Oh, you use it?
I did, yeah. I just put a linkage guard on it.
All right.
And then I didn't hop over the log as much as I meant to. Let's see.
Oh, you look pretty foolish sitting there like that.
Look at that, it protected my linkage.
All right. Maybe you do a little maintenance on the tires while you got it up there.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, there you go. Well, I made that all worth it. Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, I would say it's a good thing I have that.
Yeah.
Now, if I can only get this off of here.
Hey.
I suppose this does have slightly less ground clearance.
Oh, I popped mine too. Probably got a big dent in it.
Possibly.
Hopefully I'm not leaking oil. Yeah, I pounded her pretty good. That
Yeah,
log
I think I heard that.
It had to be there last time.
It was, yeah.
I don't remember bottoming out on that.
Yeah, I think that the XR definitely did not, and that is where that 12 inches of ground clearance that I've still got, even with it lowered, certainly comes in handy. But I can tell just bouncing around on those rocks there, I mean, this is a bit more work, especially if you're out here doing this for a long time, just because, whoa, not quite the line I wanted. Just because you kind of have to look after the bike a bit more, all right?
Yeah. Just got to get this tree on the other side of my motorcycle. Whoa! I've been trying to keep up with you better today, and I have been, but maybe it's because you're on a different bike. I don't know.
Seems like you've been doing better. Oh, there's a deer running over there. No, I don't think I was going that much faster on the XR. I'm sure I could if I really wanted to, but I don't. And yeah, I mean, this definitely, for this sort of stuff, certainly needs stiffer suspension for sure. I'm finding more and more faults quicker and quicker the more bumpy obstacles I ride, which again is not something that should be a surprise to any of us. The XR is just made more for this type of harder riding, where the DR just really isn't. Can certainly do it. No reason you can't. It's just a little bit harder on my wrists and arms.
So this is the same trail we did last time.
Yep.
What the hell?
Looks a little different with the leaves, but yeah, same.
No, it just seems like some of the rock piles are a little different.
Yeah, they could be shuffled around a bit. I don't know if I'm having to ride the clutch a little bit more on here or not. Whoa, clutch hand's definitely getting tired.
Don't tell him.
Could see having a lighter pull be better, for certain. Oh, yeah, this must be more work. Either that or whoa, that's a lot deeper than it looks.
Whew. Holy sh**.
Either that or something else. I don't remember what I was going to say. Whew. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I did just work on this all morning, but my arms and wrists are definitely tired. And I think they were about here last time anyways, because I think this is where we took a break.
Oh, there's a lot of bouncing off of rocks in here.
Yes, it is. That's exactly why I think I'm having so much more trouble with this bike than I did with the XR, because
it's a lot of bike to handle to begin with. I mean, that's not really what this type of machine is designed to do.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do it, I mean, obviously you have to realize that it's going to be a lot of bike to handle through here. And I think it does okay, but as good, I think, as the XR did, just how it was, I think if I was going to do this a lot, and I plan on it, maybe not this specifically, but harder single track riding, that's, like I said, what I'm building these to do, highway and single track. So in order for it to perform better here, and from what I've heard, and it definitely makes sense out on the road as well, I think some stiffer springs front and back will help, just because you not only have to handle the bike and your weight bouncing around, but you also have to do it a couple times more after you hit something, and it sends the bike kind of bouncing on down the trail. So
you wouldn't do all that if you weren't riding a single track right now?
I haven't noticed that the suspension really got in my way all that much. I mean, it's not great on the Harrison Hills ATV trails. It's enough that it's noticeable that the XR is better there.
Oh.
But only if you're riding really hard, where here, I mean, this definitely feels not good here, and like it needs some help, where the XR definitely didn't. But I mean, that's just kind of what you have to expect, and shouldn't really be a surprise. The DR definitely needs stiffer suspension or some sort of upgraded springs or something, depends on how much you want to spend, to make it do hard riding of any kind really better. So if you guys saw the 701 adventure that I did out here when I came trout fishing, this is the exact spot that I was at, just on the other side of the park, which is, of course, on the opposite side of the river. So I walked along the rocks here and then was fishing off of that. Really a pretty neat spot here.
They say to get our, we float down and set our kayaks, but then you look up this and it's like, yeah, that doesn't look like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be a little tough in a kayak.
Yeah.
Do you mind spotting me again like you did last time?
Oh, sure.
Even if just for the camera angle. Let's see if the DR can make it. You ready?
I'm ready. I want to see you do the hill climb.
Yeah, we'll see if I feel like the hill climb.
Oh, of course you do.
Hopefully. I'm not exactly feeling confident in the suspension, but I guess we'll see how the rest of it goes.
I'll have to do it for you otherwise.
Yeah, no problem. Tractor's right up.
He thinks he's on the KLR again. He's on a tractor. Yeah. I was sinking.
Oh no.
Another couple minutes. Should have been laying on its side.
That's no good.
I would have been devastated.
I bet.
Not really. Whoa! Well, that's going to be good. What the happened?
You pulled a wheelie.
I did.
You did. Yeah, I saw your wheel was up in there, and then you were shooting off to the side. Next thing I knew. A good save, though.
Yeah, she worked out all right.
Yeah, I was coming to spot you. I just didn't.
Oh.
Although I guess maybe I would have got ran over.
Well, I didn't think I needed to be spotted. I shouldn't have needed to be spotted.
Yeah, those rocks can bounce you and throw you off pretty easily.
Well, it's a good thing we have so many of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think just even the fact that this thing revs a little bit, just, I mean, a hair slower, which out here again, I mean, it's sort of precision riding, so every little bit counts, and it does seem like, again, the Honda's willingness and readiness to take off at a moment's notice is helpful, where the DR is kind of a little bit more mellow and just takes a little bit of planning and getting used to. It still makes it through all right, but whoa, I'm surprised that worked out.
Yeah, it's quite the corner.
It is. Your
Yeehaw.
double fault line, right?
Yeah, yeah. I gotta check on my battery. I know it's in there, right? Yep, there it is. I fell behind, son of a... Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Follow the dust line. Take a shortcut.
So what are you doing when we're out here? Are you standing up most of the time, or you sit? I suppose you do sit down through some of the obstacles, don't you?
I sit down on everything on this thing. You think I should try standing up, huh?
Oh no, I mean whatever you're comfortable with.
Just doesn't seem like standing up works on these little ones. I mean, I stand up on my Tenere all the time.
Yeah, I mean I just like it because then I'm kind of disconnected from the bike and I can lean it wherever I need it to go, and then if I get tossed, I can quickly flick the bike one way or the other wherever I need to course correct without, you know, sending me and the bike somewhere that I don't intend to be. I don't know, maybe I do. I guess some of what we went through just there was pretty technical. I don't think it was any really more or less than the first batch, but a little different, I guess. But it really, I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of figuring out how to ride this a little bit better. But it really wasn't that bad.
By the end, you'll see it's better than the XR.
Possibly. Always good to keep an open mind. Oh, there was a little baby deer hiding in there.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, there's the sand. Keep that front end light. Yeah, and as much as I'm saying that the XR would be better, whoa, this is still, I mean, does an excellent job out here for what it is. What's that?
I can't see the ground through your dust.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're riding close, huh?
Yeah, I'm keeping up.
That's good.
Like I say, I don't know if it's that I was determined to do that today or because you're on a different bike. Or both.
Possibly both. I don't know, I don't really feel like I'm going that much faster. Or that much slower, I mean, but could be. Yeah, this bike, for one thing, for certain obstacles like that where I'm kind of standing up, slowly rolling through stuff, whoa, it certainly does feel better than the XR in that sense, just because of that lower center of gravity. It's just easier to lean it over at slow speeds. You don't need the centrifugal momentum. No, whatever it is. You don't need that rolling momentum to keep you up. You can just kind of keep the bike up under your own power, even if you're not moving fast enough to have that help you out. So that's definitely noticeable and better on this one. Yeah, just a little bit lower gearing I think would be good.
Really?
I don't know if that'll do that, but yeah, just so I could stay away from the clutch a little bit more, but I suppose I was working the clutch a bit on the XR too. Whoa!
So if I run into a tree with my handlebars, you think it'll bend the bark busters that my hand would still get smashed, or it'd stop it?
You'd have to hit it pretty hard. They're pretty tough, yeah. They do get bent up, but not usually immediately, unless you really hit a tree hard, and if you did, I think you're gonna have more problems than that.
Oh, yeah.
But that'd be my assumption. Can't guarantee it, of course, but beautiful day for a ride out here, huh?
It's really nice.
Woo.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah.
Not hot, not cold, and working like crazy.
Yeah. I felt like this engine broke. The engine braking was good and helpful on that
Oh, yeah?
hill. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's the other nice thing about having the 14 tooth. Uh-oh, I feel like I smell
You smell? Oh,
I smell burning leaves.
I thought you were working too hard.
Well, I'm sure that's the case too, but no, I think maybe I've got some leaves in here where I shouldn't.
Yeah, I always ride this thing like I have no bark busters and just worry like that I'm going to slam something and bust my hand, you know, but
Ooh, smoke.
if I don't have to really worry about that, I won't.
Well, I mean, still be cautious, but
Well, no.
I had a leaf that was smoldering on my exhaust. So this is still hanging on. That's good.
I remember when we were 17, 18, we'd smoke cigarettes. We'd always show up with 4 people and nobody had a light, so everybody always try to light it on your exhaust pipe, but it never worked.
They run bikes like this so lean now that when they're, I don't know if it gets better as they get broke in, but right away people will, I've seen a lot of people post on both this, the XR and the KLR, that the header right where it comes out of the engine will just be glowing. So I'm sure you could, yeah, I mean back then they were probably running cool enough because they didn't have to worry about emission stuff, but yeah, they'll be glowing. I mean in the dark, not necessarily in the light. Hey, do you see this piece of plastic?
Yeah.
I added, the skid plate was always on here, but I added this underneath the plate, and now it actually runs along the whole bottom, so it's nice and slippery.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
And it covers up that yoke, too. It's supposed to protect that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
I can see it.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
It's a good-looking machine with all the stuff you done to her.
It really is, isn't it? I'm really liking how it's turning out. It's a cool-looking bike. I like my DR.
Yeah, I think I got more looks driving that down the road the few times when you let me have it for a week
Oh, yeah?
than I did on any other bike I ever rode.
Really?
Except maybe this one. You know? All right.
Yeah, with the gold rims.
The Tenere, not that I care that much, but the Tenere gets some looks, and my Versa's hardly ever, you know, and I think that's a sharp-looking bike. Nobody ever looks at it. But, yeah, I'll take this one. I'll be sitting at a stop sign. Usually older men, you know, they're freaking looking at that bike, you know, oh, I used to have one of those, you know, or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
look
hilarious.
at that. He's got a little dirt bike.
I'm going to do a short... What a beautiful day to do some DR650 single track testing with my dad, Jerry. Definitely a good time out here today. Beautiful weather, right?
Oh, fantastic.
How's the Sherpa doing
Couldn't
today?
be better. It's fun. I always think I should get rid of it and get a DR, and then I ride it, and it's like, I don't know, this is kind of a fun little bike. I wouldn't want to be riding it on this crap today, DR on this crap today.
Yeah, it's a little rough, but we're making
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
going to need some suspension upgrades, I think, but we're getting through it, and cannot say that I am displeased with my bike choice today. It really does do a good job. Could use a little bit of help, but I think everybody knows that. We'll just have to get it figured out and come back out here and test it again.
Yeah. Got another month, maybe.
Yeah, probably next year, I think.
Oh, we've been up north in December already.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm planning on that too. Hopefully. Got lots of studs.
Yep.
Just have to get them in the tires and get up there. All right. Are we still connected?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. I don't actually know which way the trail is. I think it's maybe to the left. I think it used to go between the trees. I don't know where I went last time, though.
I was standing up for a little bit. It didn't feel bad.
Did not feel bad?
No. And you're probably standing up right now.
Yeah, I'm definitely riding the clutch through that. Ooh.
I'm chugging. Whoa!
You okay?
Yeah. Just leaving the seat a lot. I should be hanging on with my knees, which, you know, I always forget to do, and clamp down on the grips too hard, which I always do, and, you know, that kind of stuff.
Look at all the bugs.
Yeah, I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
They're not those Japanese beetles, are they?
No, I don't think so. I think they're too small. Oh, actually, I guess they could be, though. I don't know. I think maybe I'm just taking the obstacles a little bit different, just in a way that this bike can handle it, and it does seem like it does okay then. You just have to do it a little slower. Whoa! Woo! Now it's the wall of doom.
Oh, here it is.
Your favorite part.
I wish this would show up on the camera because it just looks like you're just going to fly right over your handlebars. And you don't. Much. Yeehaw. I am standing up and it does help.
Does it? Yeah.
Not as much as you are.
Whoa, shoot. Okay, well, we're not doing that part, I guess.
Oh, we gotta take a shortcut?
There seems to be a tree in the way. Yeah, we'll have to go around. Hopefully that's good enough of a run.
Whoa! Oh! Did you see that maneuver?
Not really, no. I was trying to look for another path.
I
Sorry.
almost fell downhill.
Oh!
This little beggar can make it up anything.
Hopefully this will be enough of a run. Yeah, not quite as clean as the XR, but we made it.
Should have been twice as long and twice as steep. Yeah, that rock, even this time, you know, I knew I made it down last time. You look down that thing, it's like, holy crap, this is not going to work. I'm just going to go over the handlebars.
Yeah, I wonder how much steeper it could be
I don't know.
and still have it, you know, be possible. It seems like that's just about as steep as I think it could be.
Well, is there a jolt when you go down it? I don't even know.
I mean, it's not too bad. I think I certainly wouldn't want to do it with a smaller front wheel, because I think the 21-inch front tire is just big enough that it makes that transition seem a little bit easier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh, that was close.
You should see all the dust behind you. It looks like there's a fire. We need some rain.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, he's heading for the big hill. He's gonna go check it out first.
Yeah, I think we should, and then if you don't mind getting me with your camera again.
Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, that is one heck of a hill.
Do you stand up on a hill? No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, yeah, and lean forward. Oh yeah, that is almost too steep to walk up.
Yeah, this is a steep hill.
Looks all right.
You want to stand there?
No, I think where you were last time was fine. Yeah, good.
Maybe you'll fall down the hill.
Don't do that either. I'll try not to also. Whoa. All right, DR. Let's see if we can do it.
Piece of cake.
You ready?
Yo.
Oh yeah, certainly messier than the than the XR. Weird. It's like it. I don't know if it's just revving up differently, slower. I mean, these tires are more aggressive, so they should certainly be, I mean, able to get up that better than the waypoints, but maybe not. I don't know.
You said it was messier?
Yeah, it just didn't feel nearly as clean. I mean, with the XR, I mean, it was, I mean, maybe I was going faster? I'm not really sure. I think probably the suspension just doesn't keep traction as well, would be my guess. I mean, it did, you know, obviously it did it totally fine. I'd much rather do it on here than a KLR.
Did you ever do that on your KLR?
Maybe it was confident. No.
No?
No. Thanks.
I'll go get on my motorbike.
All right.
Now that you made me climb all the way up this hill. It's okay, it's good for my skiing legs.
As long as you don't fall down the brake.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
It is a ridiculous hill, isn't it?
It is. This is like a ski hill.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Whew. I wonder if I'll be doing this in another 6 years when I'm 70 years old.
Yeah, that sounds like a long time.
70. Oh. Here we go. All my smart talking. Now I'm a little nervous.
You got it.
Yeah. Whoa! Almost not. Whoa!
That was close.
Yeah, did the front end keep coming off the ground?
Oh, you know what? I bet the reason it felt worse today is because of exactly what you were saying before we took off up this hill. There's nothing to keep this dirt together, so it's just all dust.
Yeah, the front end kept coming off the ground too, didn't it?
I wasn't really watching after you. I was watching in the camera at first, and then as soon as you were saying you're having problems, I stopped even paying attention to the camera, and I was getting ready to run.
That's fun.
But you did it.
We did it.
But yeah, I bet that's it, though. I bet just having this a little bit less packed down like that really throws you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She felt pretty loose.
It did. Well, still a good day and definitely a good test for the DR. Certainly satisfied with it. Definitely needs some improvements. Ones that we will make and come back and test again. But even as is, did a heck of a good job. Certainly happy to have that little piece of plastic down there that may have not stopped me from continuing the ride, but certainly felt a little bit better about being able to slide over that log, and especially being a little bit closer to the ground has made me feel a little bit better about crossing some of those rocks and obstacles and stuff. So huge thanks to all my sponsors that make these builds possible, and of course huge thanks to you guys for watching along using the affiliate links, and extra special thank you to all my members out there. You guys really make a big difference and help me to continue making videos like this. So thanks, take care, stay safe, stay swanky. Get out here and enjoy this beautiful world God created. Any chance you get. If you can't do that right now, here's some more videos to check out in the meantime.
I think I bent my plate.
Your skid plate?
My skid plate.
Really?
It's dented.
Yeah, I suppose it's... You still got the coffee can on there.
I'm hurt.
Where?
Toward the back.
Oh, I guess I can't see it. I can't get down low enough.
Doesn't matter. I don't care.